2017 Ultra 107. We're taking the head pipe off to Decat it. Just a quick recap of what I did. Took the floorboards off first. That's an 8mm hex. They've got some Loctite on there, so it's kind of tight. Snap it off. Took the, obviously you can see the seat and the bags off and the cover. Took that plastic shroud off. It's two 7/16 bolts. It comes out pretty easily. Going down the chrome shrouds, or the covers for the pipe, those are 5/16 socket. Take the hose clamps off. Working back the head bolts, all 1/2 inch. You can get the front two by going in from this angle on the right side one and open and wrench on the other one without taking the fairing off. The back two are pretty straightforward. Coming down the pipe, you've got a 1/2 inch bolt water bracket right there. Coming down, I've taken it off, but that's a 9/16. My band clamp on my S&S's had a 15mm. I had to take this bracket off down below. That's a half inch bracket, so you can get that cross pipe out from the head pipe. You can see, took this side off. Two 1/2 inch bolts hold each pipe up, and that should about get you there to be able to pull it off. So 1/2 inch, 7/16, 9/16, 15mm, 8mm hex, and you should be off to the races. Also, the O2 sensors, 9/16, so remember to take those off. I had to use a mallet to get that crossover pipe in there, loosen that side carefully, the other pipe doesn't fall off, or just take it off. But that should be good. Alright, so there is the stock header pipe. You can see the cat is actually down below. So there. What I'm going to do, you could actually just drill that out in there. But I'm actually going to cut it. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that that clocking is right on there. So I'm going to draw a couple lines just to make sure that when I weld it back together I'm clocked right, that this is the right angle to that. And then I'm going to cut it right on the weld. I actually cut it on this weld here because that cat is in here. Some guys are putting just a pipe in here. They're actually welding a pipe. I might actually use this again. So I'm going to cut this with a cutoff wheel, and then I'm going to get all of that catalyst ceramic platinum and palladium out of there. Okay, I just use a scribe, and you can see I scribed 2 lines there, and 2 lines there and there across. So then I'll be able to petrol that. Alright, you can see, cut in half. Put it right there, so the markings, you see that this is, we'll clean all that up. I understand we're going to probably take out a 1/16 of an inch due to the blade of that thing, but I can add it back when I'm welding. And then there's that section there, and you can't see it but due to the light, but the catalyst isn't there. So we'll clean up all those edges, get that out of there, that cone out of there, and then go to tack weld it up using our guidelines and getting all that cleaned up. So cutting it out from that end like we did, it gives a larger end. When they put these in, they press these in with a press. And so I had a press. You can chisel them, it's pretty brittle, just ceramic. It takes a while. But I was able to get a press on it and press it out. And so then also with a shorter piece like this, again, some guys are just cutting these pieces out and put another piece of pipe in. I'm not. So you can see it pressed out pretty good. I'm going to go in there with some type of tool and clean up the inside, smooth it all out, and then weld it up. But you can hammer it, chisel it. If you can use a chisel on the side of it, and then hit the chisel back and forth. And it's pretty fragile stuff. It's brittle, so it'll break. Just take some time. But the press is the easiest. If you can rig up some type of press, or even put a piece of wood or steel in there and pound on it, you can probably pound it out. But when it gets flush to this, it gets a little bit more tricky. So either way, you can get it out. Beat on it.